When he saw my dreads, I thought it was a joke, but hey, son, can't you see? This stuff don't get past me, and you smell like New York City.
What's up, guys? This is Sidnie from the Kaya, and we are hanging out at Surrounded by the Sound Music and Arts Festival. Chilling here with the Dubber this morning.
Yeah,
how are you?
Good thanks. Doing great.
Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. It's a beautiful day. We're fresh, today on Saturday. It's the first interview of the day, so I'm ready to go. How's Surrounded been so far for you?
Surrounded has been great.
Yeah, been able to kind of walk around, get to meet some people.
Walk around, meet people. Had a great set last night, and it's my second one. So
yeah, you're ready to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
You were here, last year as well. You got to play. Just do you have any favorite memories, from Surrounded over the 2 years that stands out for you?
Well, last year was great because I got a chance to perform one of my original songs with Sun Drive Vibes,
cool.
And he even had Alex of Winchester
Yes.
come in, the drummer and play on the drums. So that was a fun moment. We did a live funk jam, and I think everybody was pretty surprised to see me do something like that.
Right? Yeah. No, it's cool because I feel like this is a festival that's very versatile. There's a really good mix in genres and just overwhelming creativity no matter what turn you go on. Let's take it back to the basics. Let's go ahead and start. Say who you are, what you do. What is the Dubber?
Once again, my name is the Dubber, hailing out of Washington, D.C., Babylon Central, via Edgefield, South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. Singer, songwriter, musician, artist, and I'm here, surrounded by the sounds.
Yeah. So how'd you come up with the name the Dubber?
The Dubber came about, I used to play in a band in South Central Los Angeles at the First Church of Rosser, which is like right there smack in the hood. And a couple of the members of the church, they wanted to put a band together. And we put the band together and we did it, and I asked them what was the name of the band going to be. It was called the Dubbers of King Selassie, which was a very powerful name. And we toured around LA for a while and went to the East Coast. Things kind of happened and the band kind of went its own way. But I figured I should pay homage to that name in some way. So my real name is Wendell Coldbreath. At the time when I started playing as a Dubber, I was just Wendell Coldbreath, and I felt like that wasn't strong enough or cool enough. So I thought of a name, and I said, you know what?
Embody
the Dubber.
Yeah.
And capitalized, capital T, capital H, capital E, capital D, U-B-B-E-R, the Dubber.
I like it though. I think it really does, fit your entire style because you have a really unique sound.
Thank you.
And especially in a festival like this, you have a lot of the normal roots reggae, but you kind of break it back to blues and very like jazz and like deep rooted
Appreciate
rhythm
that.
And the bass I feel like works hand in hand with the reggae styles too. What were your musical inspirations growing up and to now?
Wow.
I'm sure there's so many.
It's so many, but I'll have to go all the way back. The first was James Brown.
Yeah.
Second was Michael Jackson, and the third was George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelics. Those
Nice.
groups, I mean, those are the groups that started off for me. But there's so many others that I can't mention that I wish I could. But it's just I'm influenced by all kind of music. But those are the three that stuck with me the most, and the music from my hometown, D.C. Go-Go music. My favorite group was Rare Essence, and was used to go to Go-Go's all the time. So that's in my DNA as well.
Yeah, you've kind of been able to blend together, a good collection of different styles. Where did you first, have your introduction into music and playing music? How'd you get your start, either playing guitar or anything?
Well, I originally wanted to play drums, but I lived in D.C., lived in an apartment building, so you couldn't play drums. It was too loud. Then I wanted to play bass. Bass was cool, and I borrowed a buddy of mine's bass and started playing that for a while, and I ended up breaking the string. When I broke his string, I had to go to the music store to get him some new strings, and I discovered that bass strings were like $25-30 and guitar strings was like $3. That's what switched me over to the guitar.
Yeah.
And I've been playing guitar ever since.
Nice. So what was your first car?
First car was a 76 Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
which I still have.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
And it was back when it was just a regular car.
Right.
It was nothing souped up. It's just what it was.
You'd be like, this is just this.
Yeah, it was just a standard.
It's
yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was your first job?
First job. Wow. My first job, I worked in the Bureau of Engraving in Washington D.C. where they make the money.
Yeah.
They had Marionberry had a summer youth program. I started working when I was 14 years old doing that gig, and I used to walk by all the piles of money. It was ridiculous, but that was my first job.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you've been playing for years and years. You have so much knowledge and experience. What is your favorite venue or like city maybe that you've been able to either play, and kind of stay in?
Wow. That's a hard one too.
Yeah.
That's a real hard one. I love playing New York. I love playing Paris.
I feel like there's good energies there.
And I love playing Seattle.
Yeah. There's a really good scene, up in Seattle too.
Yeah, I was just up there last month. I did a private party up there, and I did an open mic just because I used to play up there a little bit because that's kind of the first place outside of DC where the dubber like really did this jump off. I went as far as I could to see if I could play my music. No one I knew, this is what their reaction would be. And Seattle was the place I went. So I ended up staying there almost like a year. Went there for a week, quit my job, sold all my CDs. It was like, I'm gonna stay in Seattle. So I love playing in Seattle.
Awesome, that was great. So what are some people that you've been able to collaborate with over the years that you've particularly enjoyed working with creatively?
Sun Drive Vibes. I got to record with them on a couple of tracks on their Not Hopeful, the album before Hopeful. The title slips my mind right now, but got to record with them. I did some recording with Fishbone back here last year, a couple of members of Fishbone, and I guess that's about it. Yeah, as far as, and I'm looking forward to doing a collaboration with Bubba Love. Me and him just talked about doing a collaboration.
Perfect.
So we're talking about doing something in
really
December.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think your guys' voices together. Throw a little ukulele on that. Give it a little spin.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, right.
All right, Bubba, we're ready.
Yeah, he's ready to go. So how do you like to go about writing songs? Because you have very, intricate guitar work, and your lyrics, are very, narrative driven. So, what's your process like?
Well, to be honest with you, it always starts with the music. I'll be sitting around, tooling around, and, a nice little rhythm or progression to come in my head. And if it's something I like, I'll kind of build on it. And I'll kind of loosely structure it out. But lyrically, I'm not a freestyle rapper, and I don't freestyle, but the way my lyrics come about, I sing one line and the rest just sort of follows. So I don't write anything down. I just
you kind of let it flow.
The song just kind of flow and
let it go where it needs to go.
Exactly.
You don't want to hinder the.
and my lyrics are stuff that I've lived, stuff that I've experienced. So it's just really me telling the story.
Yeah.
That's kind of why it has that kind of story.
Yeah.
Style about it.
What's the recording process look like? Is there any producers that you've been able to work with that you like?
Well, yeah, I work with producer JMD out of LA. He just done some stuff with Erykah Badu, The Far Side, this rap group out in LA called Freestyle Fellowship. It was one of the originals. And right now, I'm in negotiations with working with Ross G, the drummer with Long Beach Dub All Stars and former Sublime. We're talking about putting together my next project, and if that doesn't pan out, or I may work with a producer by the name of Jonathan Plum out of Seattle. I met him, didn't meet him, but I got in contact with him when I was up there last month. So he's old school grunge sound. He produced Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains and what's my other group? Soundgarden.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. So
I think that would do the dubber justice.
I believe so too.
Because you have a really good grungy, sound. I feel like it's both smooth and mellow, but also almost like hard hitting.
Well, I used to be in the punk scene. I started off playing electric guitar. Played in a band called Freesia. It was like a hardcore punk band. Another group, Backlash. And yeah, we used to 100 miles an hour, Marshall amp on 11.
Yeah, just go, go, go,
yeah.
go, go.
And you know, I used to write most of the songs, believe it or not, on a classical guitar that I borrowed from my college and Livingston College. And I used to write a lot of songs with it. So when I stopped, those bands ended. I had songs that I had wrote that I never really thought I would ever perform. It was just me tooling around in the basement. That ended up being the dubber. So that hard edge is from the old punk days. And I used to play in a couple of reggae bands as well. So it's all fused together. So when you hear my sound now, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah,
just done on the classical
it's
guitar.
polished. It's a well-rounded sound.
Thank you.
I really, just enjoy getting to hear, each track, and especially live. The way, I feel like it's captivating. You are able to, do the percussion and, just that. It's a one-man band, kind of deal, and you rock it.
I appreciate that.
Surrounded is absolutely lucky to, have you out here.
And I'm lucky to be here for the second year. Yeah.
No, you're doing great. So what's the rest of the year and early 2019 looking like for you?
Well, like I said, I'm in negotiations with a few people about recording my next project. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to dropping it spring 2019. Should be in the studio by December recording, and want to put together a tour. Yeah. I gotta talk with you guys about Wilmington.
Yes.
I want to put together a tour for the spring.
We would love to hang out with you down there.
I want to do the East Coast, South, West Coast, North Coast.
Yeah.
I want to do the whole thing because I haven't toured like that in about 4 or 5 years. Like just toured the States. I haven't done anything like that in a while. I just kind of picking my spots, but I'm ready to put this new project out and hit it.
Yeah, get the momentum started.
And hit it. And thanks you guys for having me out.
Appreciate it.
Doing this interview, getting some of this information out.
It's
free
so
promotion.
much fun. I love it. Just to get to take away the lights and the curtains and everything, and just sit down. And have a cool
and I appreciate it.
About what your music is about, because it's important. I feel like lyrically, you really just have a message. And I'm glad that you were able to come, hang out with us and get to share that with our Kaya fam.
Yeah.
Let them know all the social media that you got, so they can go ahead and follow you.
Social media sites, just Google the Dubber, Instagram. Well, actually, Instagram is the only one that's different. That's the original Rockstar.
Yeah, there's always a
but all other sites, Twitter, Facebook, my website, the Dubber, Dubber.com. Out there. Dig what I do, give me a shout, holler at me, like, follow, all those wonderful things, and looking forward to hearing from you guys. And 2019 is going to be the year, so
yeah, absolutely.
I'm ready. Hope you are.
There's lots of things coming, so please do not miss out. Go ahead. We have all the Instagram, social media, links,
website,
everything that your heart desires. Go ahead.
The
Follow
Dubber.
it for the Dubber. Thank you so much again.
Sidney.
Thank you.
All right.
Please stay up to date. We're going to be hanging out here at Surrounded by the Sound. It's a beautiful Saturday.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? All right, well.
Surrounded by the Sounds, the Dubber.
Kaya out.
A state of mind gets down and gritty. So will I. Back in Gotham, there is the Anglo, but unless above him, on a 19th floor, in Manhattan, without the pocket door, the rest of the story need not be told. Cause hey, I know you see, you damn near smell the weed, and I'm feeling New York City. New York City.